Hello, hello, welcome Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or major Sagittarius placements, those watching this video today. So whoever's watching this video, so this is the reading for Sagittarius for the year of 2023. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get a card from our Archetypes deck first. This is going to be the major theme of the year, the big picture item, the big overall thing we're learning, the big lesson. That's the big major theme, right? So that'll be our first card that we'll pick, and then we'll get a card from the Alchemy deck next after that. And the Alchemy cards talk about transformation, turning one thing into another thing, right? That's that transformation process. That is that continuation process, the movement of energy. So how this energy moves through, it might be an energy you're moving out of and into a new energy for the next year. It might be the energy you're working and processing through towards the end of the year. Could have a lot to do with your major theme card, or it can not tie in super well or at first picture. So sometimes these things tie in together, and other times they are completely separate from the readings I've done so far. Then finally, what we'll do after that is we're going to get 4 cards from our tarot deck here, the Wild Unknown. So we're going to get 4 cards, one for each quarter of the year. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So with each of those 4 cards out, we'll get a card also from the Animal Spirit deck for each of those quarters to either clarify the energy of the tarot, give advice maybe, or just provide more information. With all that on the deck here, on the spread, we'll get a really good clear look at the year of 2023 for you Sagittarius and see how this energy works. So let's get started now. Let's get our major theme cards. We'll get these guys over there, the guy there. So, okay. Archetypes, please, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, major Sagittarius placements. Those watching this video, what is the theme for the year of 2023 for them? What is the theme of their 2023, please? Card, please. Okay. Come back, cards, come back. Actually, I might just leave those on the ground for now. I'll get them later. Okay, you actually have the same theme as one of the other ones. I also got Agape under there and the Hunter. Good to know, but the Fault Line. This came out for another sign. I'm not sure which, but okay, that's the Fault Line here. Let us get our cards now from the Alchemy deck. Get these guys out of the way. Oop, 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 oop. We're already moving a lot here. Okay. Alchemy deck for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, major Sagittarius placements. What is the energy that is changing and progressing in 2023 for them? What is the energy changing and progressing in 2023 for Sagittarius? Thank you. Okay. 10. Interesting. Okay. Card of 10 and the Fault Line. Okay. Let's get these back in their box, get them out of the way here. Okay, Sagittarius, so you got the Fault Line and you have 10. So the energy, your theme of the year, and then the major energy that's changing and transforming through 2023. So let's get a little bit closer look at this energy now and see what this looks like for you for 2023 Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, for you in 2023, right, we have the Fault Line and 10. For the Fault Line and 10, these actually tie in really well with each other. The energy is very similar, right? So the Fault Line, a pretty easy one kind of for perception-wise off the bat, right? The Fault Line is the crack in the earth, the cracks in the foundation, the something that has... it's not as stable as you necessarily think it is, something that has cracks, and if it takes too much pressure, it's going to fall apart, right? So that energy of like the earthquake and the earth cracking and opening up, right? And the energy with the Fault Line here is to really pay attention to those things. You need to have energy and take the time and effort in order to really take a fine-tooth comb to everything in your life, all the different pieces of yourself, your job, your career, your money, finances, your relationships, the communication in those relationships, the relationship with your partner, your friendships, your family members, taking just a fine-tooth comb to everything and figure out where this Fault Line is at. Figure out where there are cracks and things, what you know, what maybe things that were look stable on the surface, right, but don't have actual stability underneath when you come and look at it at the end of the day. Something built on like a sinkhole potentially, right, or there's a sinkhole underneath that hasn't opened up yet. And that's the energy of the Fault Line, and this energy is actually supported by the energy of tin here, right? Tin is a malleable substance. Think about like tin foil, right? Tin is in tin foil and the malleableness of it, right? But it's also, well, it's super malleable and expansive and can cover things and change, like help us with things and cover things. It's also very, could be very fragile sometimes. It can't take a lot of pressure. You think about tinfoil, and it can handle things up to a certain extent, but it's not the strongest thing in your repertoire of metals or things that you're building with, the alchemy metals and chemicals and things that you put in to help change one thing into another. The energy of tin here is really about doing what you can in the situation with the capacity that does exist. So what it feels like here for you, Sagittarius, in 2023 is something that you maybe thought was stable or something that you thought could take a lot of pressure is not going to be able to withstand that, right? We're seeing cracks in our foundations, maybe in situations that we've been around, and things that we thought we were built on stable ground or stable with stable materials. Turns out it's tin, right? And it's not able to handle the pressure that it's under. So tin, while it's an energy of expansiveness as well, we expand, but we need to make sure that there is a foundation in order to build what we are seeing, what we are working towards. We have to make sure that all our energy is grounded and stable and secure before we are building on it and doing new things and going new places, right? So for you, Sagittarius, in the year 2023, it really feels like you need to focus, come back into home energy, come back into yourself, really dig down into things at the core, because with these two showing up here, especially, it's energy that has been putting pressure on you for a long time, potentially, whatever was in the previous year here at the end of 2022 through 2022. The energy here is really showing that it's like, nope, there's some things we need to take care of. We need to look at our home, look at our life, look at our relationships, our family, deeper things in ourself, our emotions, our spirituality, those deeper pieces of ourself, and find out where these fault lines are at. Find out where we need to put in some time and effort to either repair the fault line, or maybe it's time to break down the whole thing and build anew. That's going to be up to you and your intuition, figuring out what makes the most sense for you here, right? But also with tin and this expansive energy that you have, there is capability and possibility here, right? We see this rainbow coming out of the tin. So there's lots of good things to come out of it. We just need to be building on something more structurally stable than this tin energy here. So what tin feels like it's asking you here is to pay attention to the bigger picture, pay attention to the bigger things going on, because while it is helpful for you in the meantime to cover up something with tin foil, right, it still can prevent leaks from getting in, and it can help you bake that cake, for example, those kinds of things, right? That energy, it's useful. It has its uses and its useful energy. If you're trying to do something more substantial with it, it's not going to pan out for you in the long run, okay? So I'm really, really curious for you, Sagittarius, to see how this energy progresses with you for the tarot. It sounds kind of challenging at first look here with the two energies. There's more positive energies to tin I'll cover here in a minute once we get the rest of the cards out. I kind of want to see how the spread looks, but fault line itself is not necessarily bad things. The way to think about cracks in something, right? There's that Japanese art where something that's broken, like a teacup, is repaired with gold, and then those cracks show beauty, the pain that was there, but celebrating the pain as well with beauty and putting more care and time and love into the attention as we rebuild, okay? So keep that energy in mind as we're progressing through the reading here, Sagittarius. So let's pull these up and let us get started with the next cards. So I'll get our cards now from the Tarot for the Wild Unknown. So, Wild Unknown for Sagittarius here for 2023, Sun, Moon, Rising, major Sagittarius placements. What is the energy of their first quarter 2023? First quarter energy, please, for 2023. Too many cards. You want that one, though? Like that? Okay. Ooh, okay. 9 of Cups, like that. Okay. What is the second quarter energy, please? Second quarter energy. Too many cards. Oh, we saw that 10 of Pentacles there. There we go. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. The phone's gone up. Oh, thank you. How do you want that, though? Like that? Okay. 3 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, and fourth quarter energy. Thank you. Oh, no, 2 cards. I'll take it if it's 2. Daughter of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, okay. So that's our tarot here. Now our animal spirit cards. Okay, Animal Spirit deck for Sagittarius for 2023. Please give more information or advice or whatever you decide on the Nine of Cups, please. Okay, Cosmic Egg. Got it. Okay. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Crocodile. Three of Wands in the reverse. Okay. And Daughter of Cups in the reverse. Horse. Okay, Sagittarius, just off in first glance here as I'm looking at the cards, looking at the spread, since we have a lot in the reverse with this 10 energy here, it feels like to me, 10 talks about actually finding and building strength, right? So it feels like for 10, it's an energy we're kind of moving out of because there isn't the foundation and the structure we need from it. So we're trying to build strength, right, in order to progress our ideas and what we want to do. So in the first quarter here, we have the Nine of Cups clarified by the Cosmic Egg. A really, really good energy just off the bat for looking at it. Coming into the second quarter, so this is January, February, March, April, May, June, we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse clarified by Crocodile. Then in our third quarter here, July, August, September, we have the Three of Wands in the reverse clarified by Buffalo. And then finally in our last quarter, October, November, December, we have the Daughter of Cups clarified by the Horse. So let's get a little bit deeper look here, starting with our first quarter. In the first quarter of your year, Sagittarius, the energy is really, really positive, really, really good, right? Things probably in this first quarter feel harmonious and blissful and happy, and everything feels like it's going right. The Nine of Cups talking about like almost that completion energy, like we have everything in place. It's just like that one little bit right before the 10. So everything is coming all together. We feel really solid about things. We feel really solid in our emotional state. This is mirrored also with our Cosmic Egg energy here, right? The Cosmic Egg being the 7th chakra, the crown chakra. So again, more of that completion energy, that harmony coming into all this really, really positive, good energy here. And that's really good to see, right? And it feels like it is prepping us and gives us a glimpse of the future we want here with 10, right? The energy that we are seeing mirrored out with 10 with the rainbow here at the other side of the 10 shape, but all because that rainbow matches here, right? So we're coming into this energy. We have this energy in the first quarter of the year. Everything looks really, we feel that a new fresh energy of a new year starting of 2023. So that January, February, March, we're like, okay, hey, things are good. I know what I'm doing. I know what I want. I feel secure. I feel really supported potentially emotionally. I feel really harmonious with things. Things feel really in balance and in tune. And that's a really good energy to start with here, Sagittarius, for sure, especially since the later parts of the year here looks like that's when the lesson starts coming in here. The things are giving you the opportunity to find the fault lines here, okay? Because this is still the theme at the end of the day. This is the overall energy of the fault line. And again, I don't want you to think of this as a super like negative energy or anything, right? Everybody goes through their ups and downs and flows. And what this year really feels like, especially with seeing some of these more strong animals here, the buffalo and the horse, as I haven't gotten yet to that part in for the quarters, but the reading as a whole, it's giving you an opportunity this year to really build your strength, build your internal strength, and really be able to, as the future goes on, build the life you really want for yourself, that you want to create, that you want to come into. The universe is giving you an opportunity to build that strength in order for you to be able to handle the weight of it, handle the responsibilities of it. So we have to build strength first, right? We see more with like, okay, hey, we know what the goal is, right? With the first quarter here, we know what the goal is, we know what the vision is, we know what we're trying to accomplish. We have a good clear picture of it with the Cosmic Egg energy, again, that crown chakra energy, that really clear perception of things, reality, that bliss, that harmony kind of coming in together. But the Cosmic Egg is always so a finite energy at the end of the day. It doesn't last because at the end of the day, we're still a human having a human experience in a human body. And we're on what I like to call the dark planet of insanity that I read in a book somewhere. So things don't stay good all the time. That's just how planet Earth works. So it's a moment in time where we see this Cosmic Egg energy feel connected to the divine, to the whole, the bigger thing. And you have a lot of happiness in this first quarter. So which is really good. It's really positive. And I think that will help set you up in terms of goals and in terms of positive energy that you're working towards as you're moving through the rest of your year here, okay? Because then for our second quarter, April, May, June here, that's kind of spring energy. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse with the crocodile. For the second quarter here, Sagittarius, this is when you might start seeing some of the cracks start taking place, right? Two of Pentacles talks about being overcommitted, dropping the ball, having a lot of stress in our lives, right? We can't keep things balanced. So maybe with that overcommitment energy here, right? Maybe you sign up to do too many things, you have too many social obligations going on, you take on that new big project at work, so you're overstretching yourself potentially here in the second quarter with this Two of Pentacles in the reverse energy. So again, that is where this fault line starts coming in, right? Where it's like, okay, hey, you need to look at your systems in place, right? It's like if you feel like you can handle those things, right? If you have really good systems in place, then maybe you can handle all these social obligations, right? You have your calendar super well planned out so you can take care of everything, and you're also planning to have that self-care time you need, right? In order to make sure that you are taking care of yourself amongst all your social or other obligations, right? Or in terms of, what's the word? Like in a work context, you are keeping balance and reaching out to your mentors and coworkers in order for them to take other parts of the job you want. So Two of Pentacles energy, it's while you can potentially handle the load that you're placing on yourself, Two of Pentacles really is trying to make sure, and especially with the fault line here, you need to make sure that there aren't any cracks in the foundation, right? So crocodile comes in here in terms of advice for you, Sagittarius, for this quarter, where crocodile is very precise about their energy, very deliberate with their energy. They lay in wait, right? They're just in the water, they're barely moving, barely breathing, even sometimes just very quiet. And then once they see the opportunity, when they're hunting, right, they see the opportunity, they pounce, and it's very rapid and hard and hits fast. And a lot of creatures don't even see it coming, right? And that's when they kind of get captured. That's that crocodile energy. Crocodile talks about rest and calm and like that precision decision making, almost being very, very deliberate with your energy at a given time, because you don't want to waste any of it. You want to make sure you're making the proper decisions at the proper time. And that's where this is clarifying our Two of Pentacles here and giving advice for how to handle the situation. So again, making sure that you're being deliberate with your attention and your time here, right? We don't want to get overstressed. We don't want to get overworked. We don't want to burn out. We don't want to stretch ourselves too thin. And with Two of Pentacles here in the reverse, that's a possibility, because we can drop the ball. We can't keep those things in balance. And especially after such good energy here in the first quarter, right? Maybe we were super enthusiastic about, hey, I'm going to do these things. I'm going to get all this accomplished. I'm going to do all these things. And then you are trying to do too many things at once, right? Versus crocodile is you make very deliberate actions and choices at deliberate and decisive times. We're not being too frivolous with our energy and doing a little bit of this, a little here, over here, over here. We're making sure we're very concentrated when we are expending our energy. And that's how we can handle this Two of Pentacles in the reverse here. And if that's not kind of what we're doing, right? If we're not taking care of ourselves in the way we should be during this period, Sagittarius, that's where you're going to see these fault lines start coming in. And you might see them anyway, right? Again, tin can't hold a lot of strength. Tin can't hold a lot of things. It can cover and take care of things in a quick pinch in the meantime, but it's not an energy that you build on top of. So again, this is a period of this whole year for you, Sagittarius, is a testing year. It's like, okay, hey, build up your strength, build up the time. We're moving out of this tin energy here. We need to make sure we're building strength and building capacity. And the way we do that is by being very deliberate with ourselves and our energy and not wasting it, not wasting time on social obligations we don't want to go to anyway because we don't like those people. We are making sure that everybody's pulling their fair we're not doing more than our share on a work project potentially. So we keep ourselves in balance here with the Two of Pentacles, and that's what twos usually talk about, right, is balance. So we want to make sure that those are all there, and then this gives us an opportunity during this time, because we're being tested a little bit, we're getting put under stress, to find where these fault lines are and potentially fix them before they actually crack, before we actually have an entire foundation crumble underneath us. Moving into our third quarter here, right? 3, it's funny because it's like, okay, 2, 3, this is 2 of Pentacles, this is 3 of Wands, so the second quarter, third quarter, the numbers kind of match up. It's really funny to me. We have the 3 of Wands and the reverse clarified by the buffalo. For the third quarter here, Sagittarius, right? We have the Three of Wands in the reverse, clarified by the buffalo. And the Three of Wands talks about setbacks, talks about maybe playing it safe, talks about the challenges and difficulties we face and how those things are in our way. We can't get past those. We are hitting like roadblocks at some points. We're getting unexpected delays in situations we are trying to work on. And also it's like, okay, hey, this situation's maybe not panning out in the way I want to, so I'm just not going to try. I'm not going to do it. I've started on this journey, on this path, and it's not going the way I want to, so maybe I'm going to stop it, right? So it feels like potentially we got burned in the last quarter here. This energy is kind of showing up here a little bit where it's like, okay, hey, this situation sucks. So I hit those on that project, still not going well because other people aren't doing, I'm putting in so much work, but now I'm burned out, right? And I'm hitting delays because I literally can't do it, right? But where Buffalo comes in here is, again, more advice for you here, Sagittarius. A lot of advice for sure in this middle section of your reading. Buffalo energy is one that does handle lots of hardships and situations, but also has a very trusting energy, trusting in the process of life, trusting that things are going to turn out the way they need to, the way they're supposed to, and sees challenges and obstacles as opportunities for upliftment and growth. So Buffalo comes in here for you, Sagittarius, as a way to perceive your situation in a different manner, perceive your situations, the whole thing, right? Even up your major theme cards up here in a different way as an opportunity to learn, to grow, right? I was talking about for you specifically, Sagittarius, it feels like a year of learning lessons, of progressing, of building up strength and energy here, right? Buffalo is a really strong creature. Buffalo has a ton of strength behind it, and it has it because of the perspective it has. It has it as because it sees the world as challenges as upliftment. It sees hardships as opportunities for growth, and that is a super strong energy, right? When you have a growth mindset in your life, you think about things and challenges and hardships in your life as opportunities for growth and ways to learn and progress and evolve, then that is almost nothing like really is super harmful to you. It's a weird way to say it, right? But you look at hardships in such a different way when you're looking at it from a growth mindset versus, I think the other word is fixed mindset. I think that's a book actually I read at one point, the growth, fixed versus growth mindset. Anyway, so even with your bigger energy here, Sagittarius, of the fault line, right? It's like, okay, my foundation is cracking. Maybe I built it on a faulty foundation here, but what can I learn from this? What does this mean? How seeing it as an opportunity to rebuild and be excited about that versus, oh, this sucks. What am I going to do? I can't do this anymore. What am I supposed to be doing now instead? I just can't do this. Being in that energy, right? Buffalo here would think about it, it's like, oh, cool. Well, I guess that does suck, but I can rebuild take this down, rebuild in a way that matters more to me. Maybe I wanted to change that room anyway, so now I can rebuild and have the room in the way I want it to. Or coming back into that Japanese art, right, that the fault line, the book talks about for this card specifically, that Japanese art where it's like, okay, I'll send you that the teacup breaks, but you fix it with gold, and it's an even more beautiful piece, a beautiful art piece that shows off the pains and challenges it's been through, right? Shows them off and shows the beauty in that situation. So especially for you in the third quarter here, while I don't necessarily think there maybe is more challenges or hardships showing up in the third quarter, I think they were kind of present already maybe from the last quarter. The delays are still present and the mindset is still present, even if maybe the challenges and the situations are not, because we're learning this lesson from the buffalo here, learning how to perceive things in a different manner, in a different way than we have previously, and being able to change and grow our strength overall that we need with transforming this tin energy, being able to transform this tin energy into one of the more stronger metals that can withstand more force, withstand more pressure, and move that energy forward, right? So moving into our last quarter here, we have the Daughter of Cups in the reverse, clarified by the Horse. With your last quarter here, Sagittarius, right, we have the Daughter of Cups in the reverse and the Horse. And the Daughter of Cups, while it can be in the reverse an energy of, again, doubting ourselves, and that wouldn't be misplaced necessarily within your year here, right? That you had a difficult kind of in between potentially right here, from April to September roughly. There was a lot more challenges than what is being shown just up front in the tarot. Again, that's your intuition, your free will, how the situations interact with you, just your own life in general here. But while there can be doubt here with the Daughter of Cups, and that is possible, like I was saying, the Daughter of Cups also in the reverse place things a little bit closer to the chest here, vest, whatever the phrase is, but keeps things a little bit more secretive, right? They have the new ideas and the will and the perspective on things, but maybe they just don't want to share that right now at the moment. And why I think this a little bit more so for you, Sagittarius, is with the horse energy here, right? The horse energy is more expansive energy. This is that tin energy coming in, but it is, with the horse clarifying this card, it is a transformed energy. It is an energy of actual strength and stability and sustainability with this horse energy. Horse being a very strong creature and being able to, like the book says, ride the idea into that creative energy we're doing. So with our Daughter of Cups here, right, there's lots of ideas brewing, lots of things we were thinking about. We had lots of good things in perspective, right, from our beginning of our year with our cosmic egg, but we are trying to now work this idea in and progress this idea and expand this idea and move forward with this idea here. So again, this is an opportunity here to find more cracks in our foundation here, right? Where are we doubting ourselves? Why are we doubting ourselves potentially? Because that shows cracks in our emotional state. That shows where we have weaknesses is not quite the word I want, but there are places where maybe our self-esteem is low, places where we are more emotionally vulnerable. And vulnerability is good, of course, right? But there are places where this vulnerability is more like triggering and more that like where we have trauma and pain and sadness, right? That's where these areas, these thought processes of doubt come from that we might have the Daughter of Cups. And these are weaknesses in our foundation, these fault lines that can transform in bigger, grow if we don't take care of them, right? If we take the time to really dig into ourselves and deeply discover ourselves and learn about ourselves at a deeper manner, this is almost a mirror at the same time, right? Looking in, peering in, magnifying glass, that changing of colors, right, is almost that magnifying glass. We can peer inside ourselves at a really deep level. We even had that with the cosmic egg as well, seeing things clearly with the crown chakra. And we can find all those pieces of ourselves that we need to strengthen and give more energy to and give more care to, so that way none of these fault lines here stop us in the long run, right? Because we finally can move our energy forward, progress our energy here with the horse. And this horse energy, right, is a really, really good energy. I'm really happy to see you end on it here, especially Sagittarius in the end of your year, because it's like, okay, yes, we have the ideas, we have the perspective, we probably learned our lessons through here, right? We learned our lessons and we're coming into a transformed, creative energy that is much stronger than the tin energy we had to start with, right? It's like changing this from tin to steel. Huge difference, right? With steel, in order, like, we build buildings with that, we make cars with that. There is so much strength behind steel by comparison to tin, right? And it is an energy that we have transformed. So really this feels like this was kind of over here, and it's the energy we're changing and transforming out of as the year progresses here, Sagittarius. So, which, I mean, I did say that's how this energy can look sometimes for others. Sometimes it is an energy that ties in really heavily with the card, and for others it doesn't as much. For you it does in this case, but it really feels like an energy we're transforming out of versus an energy we're transforming into. And with tin here, especially at the end with the horse, it's like, okay, yes, that's expansive energies back here. With that energy never left. The good parts of tin are still around and we're still happy to have, but they are much stronger now. The rest of tin energy, are more negative aspects of tin, are taken care of and situated if we're able to learn our lessons through the year, right? If we are very deliberate with our energy, choosing to move and progress things in a very deliberate way with deliberate action, not wasting our energy here with crocodile, right? We learned this in the second quarter. And in the third quarter, we learned how to perceive situations in a new way that gave us a ton of strength here with Buffalo, seeing challenges as just bumps in the road, as an opportunity to learn and grow, feel uplifted and enlightened. And with all those lessons under our belt here, we come into the Daughter of Cups, who has more of those creative ideas, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, especially with the horse energy here, where it's like, okay, yes, let's go. We got this, let's go, let's ride on my back, let's ride into the sunset, let's take care of this, let's move into this energy, and is pulling you along to accomplish all these goals you have in mind here, Sagittarius. So really actually good energy at the end of the day. It's an energy that is strong, comes in the end here really strong for you, where it's like, okay, hey, yep, you finished it all, right? It's almost like you took care of all this energy in 1 year. So your perspective you had at the beginning of the year, all these great things, all these really good ideas, you learned, okay, here's how I choose deliberately how to do it. Here's how I make deliberate choices and don't waste my energy. And here's how I perceive situations in a new way that helps me grow even faster and better and makes me stronger. And now I can use the energy here at the end of the year, all these lessons I've learned with horse, and really go after what I'm trying to accomplish and be really in tune with my emotions at the same time here. That's this Daughter of Cups energy as well, taking the time to be in tune with yourself at a deeper level. Cups being our emotions and our feelings, our intuition. So Daughter of Cups being in tune with that energy as well, while we are progressing the rest of the energy forward and accomplishing the goals here, okay? So Sagittarius, this is a pretty solid reading, right? So while our themes and theme energies here at the top are ones that can be a little bit more challenging to not on its own, but the fact that it is with the fault line here, it's like, okay, hey, we're not as strong as we want to be at the start of the year, but we get there by the end. We actually have a lot of strength and can really build a strong foundation now, because we found out where all of our fault lines are, and we are not covering them with tin, we are covering them with steel. Huge difference there, right? We are able to actually build on this foundation now, because things are much stronger than they were. They're not going to crumble under a little bit of pressure. They're able to withstand the test of time, withstand any pressure that life puts us under, and it's really, really strong energy here, Sagittarius. So hopefully that resonates for you. Hopefully it makes sense. If it doesn't, you might have messages in maybe one of your other signs. So this maybe is your sun sign. So maybe check your moon sign, vice versa. Whatever feels right to you, whatever makes sense, whatever resonates with your intuition. But hopefully this resonates for you. Hopefully it feels good. Have a wonderful 2023, Sagittarius. It looks pretty good from here. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.